What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm still here at the Santa Clara Mission Cemetery in Santa Clara, California. And we're gonna walk around and look at some of these unique stones, monuments, mausoleums, crypts, etc. So let's go. This is the final resting place of Peter H Burnett. He was born November 15th, 1807 and died May 17th, 1895 in San Francisco, and he was born in Nashville, Davidson County, Tennessee, USA. Now, what is interesting about Mr. Burnett here is he is, or was, the first governor of California. As you can see, here's a plaque placed on his stone. There's one here, the National Society, Daughters of the American Colonists. And then here is his inscription on his stone here. November 15th, 1807, died May 17th, 1895. I believe in God, I love God, and I will obey God, it says on there. And then down here, there's a little plaque in honor of Peter Hardman Burnett, first governor of California, placed by the California State Society, Daughters of the American Colonists, August 28th, 1990. This was placed here in 1990. And he was originally lured to California during the gold rush, practiced law also, and then later on became first governor of California. And off to the right here is his spouse, Harriet. She was born February 23rd, 1812, died September 19th, 1879. In the Holy Catholic faith, aged 67 years, 6 months, and 26 days. May she rest in peace. That's his spouse. So we got a bit of a celebrity here. First governor. It's crazy. You're walking through the cemetery and there's just so much to see in here. Look at this one right here. Arguello. There's little statues on either side of the stairs here. Jose, oh, here we go. Jose Ramon. It says son. And Maria. It says mother. And here's the angels on either side. They're very beautiful. This gravesite is just beautiful. Let's see here. Beautiful. This is Jose Ramon. September 8th, 1828, died November 30th, 1876. M.S.O. de Arguello, born April 13th, 1797, died September 29th, 1874. This is beautiful on this right here. That's just gorgeous. It says mother and son. Mother's right here. And then son is around the other side. On the end of this. Off to the side of the main stone over here, two on the right here. Very interesting. In loving memory of Henry Arguello, native of Santa Clara, California, died July 10th, 1886, aged 24 years, 6 months, 15 days. Rest in peace. The top of the head of the stone here is very, very beautiful. Have Francisco Jose. Interesting. (1886). Huh. Very, very beautiful. The head of the stone is pretty much the same as the other one, just they're facing different directions. Look at this one with the gate around it. Beautiful. It's rusted. As you can see, it's all rusted here. But this one, the tile work in here is beautiful. Let's go up in here and check it out. Check out the stone. Is that Dooley? Is the name? People out of respect have left stones. I'm not sure there's anything around back. Anybody specified? No. Not at all. There's the top. There's a beautiful cross on the top of this. Very interesting. And in the middle of the path here, it says PC. And it's just that. I think I found out a little bit about it. Was George W. Dooley, birth unknown, death unknown, and it said information from cemetery records, online, aged 33 years. And here is the grave of Tubio Vasquez, 1835 to 1875. From what I found online and on the Find a Grave app, he was a Western outlaw born in Alta California, Mexico, modern-day Monterey, California. He was the last of the Mexican bandidos to terrorize California in the 1870s. His first brush with crime was in 1853 for taking part in the murder of a constable, William Hardmount, in Northern California. After being convicted as a horse thief, serving 3 terms in San Quentin prison, he was released in 1863. He returned to a life of crime, committing a string of robberies, horse stealing plus 2 murders in Tres Pinos, and was wanted dead or alive for $8,000. He was finally captured in May of 1874 in the Arroyo Seco area of Los Angeles. Tried and sentenced to be hanged, before the execution, he dictated the statement, "A spirit of hatred and revenge took possession of me. I had numerous fights in defense of what I believed to be my rights and those of my countrymen. I believed we were unjustly deprived of the social rights that belonged to us." His character was the figure for the Hollywood movie Mexican Bandit, and Vasquez Natural Area Park in Southern California is named after him. So that's a little bit about Mr. Vasquez there, a Western outlaw. He's got a beautiful grave here. But that's what I found online and on the Find a Grave app, a little bit about him. I mean, look, it looks like there was something attached to his stone. It looked like it was like maybe cemented on and it came off. But people have placed flowers and plants on here. And those right there, and some coins and little figurines and everything. This is awesome. Awesome find. There's an interesting little private family mausoleum crypt deal up here that looks like it's undergoing some renovations. It's got like plastic over the top. I'm not sure if it's current, you know, I guess the roof was caving in, maybe because of the rain, they had put a tarp over it while they're working on it, I guess, but let's go check it out. Yeah, it's got 2 different sides here and they're both covered with a tarp. It says there's a Nola, Francis Anna Nola. On this side, born July 13th, 1913, died April 11th, 1999. See the tarp up there, and there's some duct tape holding it too. Sebastian, born February 24th, 1911, died November 10th, 2003. Rest in peace. I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. Right there. And now this one, Terrapani Lucerio. This one, it looks like they're kept pretty nice though. But I wonder if it's leaking, if the roof was leaking or what, because they got it covered with a tarp. It must leak. Maybe they're working on it. The roof, the ceiling in here looks pretty solid, but they got the tarp up top. So the Beseglia family. You can see there's a bust on the outside. Here is, it's beautiful here. There's these beautiful statues on each side. There's quite a bit of people in here. So this family owned a cannery in San Jose, California here. It says the extended Beseglia family ran the cannery. Joseph, Alphonse, Bruno, and Pasquale Beseglia and Filipina de Rosa family came to the United States in 1885 and initially farmed. They set up their first cannery in Morgan Hill in 1903. Then moved to Gilroy in 1913. They moved to the cannery to Monterey Road in San Jose. Soon after, they relocated the cannery to San Jose by 1919. The Beseglia Brothers Canning Company was the largest cannery in the world and employed 1,000 workers. The company also made and sold wines before and after Prohibition. And it's like Clara Beseglia, sister of the Beseglia Brothers, started running the cannery in 1919. She had come to the U.S. in 1900 as a 2-year-old. She married Dr. Henry Zanger and inherited land in Pacheco Pass from the brothers in 1938. It says in 1922, the Beseglia brothers founded the San Jose Warehouse Company to act as a public warehouse for themselves and others. The California Railroad Commission case for the warehouse company explicitly notes that there were no existing public warehouses near the Beseglia Brothers cannery and that the warehouse would likely be used only by the cannery. Wow. Definitely a cool find. Yeah, Bruno. Alphonse is up top. Pasquale, yeah, all the guys who were running the cannery and started it. Very, very cool. Okay. Wow. That is a awesome bust. I do believe is Alphonse. You guys can see that, which is really cool. And thanks to the volunteers at Find a Grave for having some information on this family here, and thank you for adding it to the Find a Grave database. Lots of beautiful stones out here, guys. It is insane. Like, the last name here is Ginger. Joseph V, 1889 to 1925. Julia V, 1890 to 1976. And Willie V, all of them have a V, 1916 to 1920. And Joseph, let's look at Joseph's picture here. And then Julia. This was taken when she was older, obviously. This cross stone right here, this has got some wear on it. It says Joseph Orlando, 1908 to 1924. Genevieve Ragulia, 1919 to 1933. And they got their pictures. These are so old-time pictures. I know there's like stuff on them. It might be deposits from the water when the sprinklers go off, or just natural wear on the photo on the stone. So I guess that is Genevieve, and then Joseph is right here. Small stone here, Manuel Ferreira, 1900 to 1924, a young man when he passed. And there's his photo. Not much description, just that. Another beautiful one, Antonia Vivona, 1874 to 1928. And there's a picture, old-time picture. I love these old-time pictures on here. Now, here's some more graves on the side of a tree, but it looks like the tree growth hasn't really disturbed them, the stones, that much. I don't even remember that one other cemetery I showed where the stones were almost on their sides because of the tree growth, but this is still pretty mellow here in this section with this tree. Might not have grown enough yet to disturb any of the graves. And this is the Artana family, Henry and family. I guess Henry has a record which places him among the most successful businessmen of San Jose. He was born a native son, September 15th, 1881, of son of Louis and Louise Artana. His father was an early settler of San Francisco, where he established a blacksmith and carriage maker. In 1902, the family moved to San Jose, and associated with his son, he opened a blacksmith and carriage shop and soon branched out into automobile repairs at the present location. In 1919, Louis Artana retired from the business and with his wife makes his home in Delmas dan San Salvador streets. Oh, okay, so that's what the Find a Grave had said. Beautiful on the door. There's plexiglass over this thing. They have to protect it. Let's see, it's kind of hard to see through the glass here where Henry is. I think Henry is on the bottom left, I do believe. But check out this beautiful crucifix on the outside. Definitely cool. Look at this beautiful one, the Ravizza family here. Another one with plexiglass on the door. Looks like it's got some awesome stained glass in there though. As you guys can see. Let me try to zoom in on that for you through this mess. Well, isn't that interesting? This little spot covering, and it says caution, open grave. Wow. Now this little one right here I have shown in a past video. It was a 6-year-old girl, Marie Lagann. She died October 30th, 1917. And I had looked up this on the Find a Grave app and stuff, and it just said on the Find a Grave notes that it was listed as empty. But there was obviously at one time somebody here. I would only assume, I would like to think that maybe family had moved her to be with other family, maybe at a different cemetery or in a different section of this cemetery. But that is all I have. I even called the cemetery and they had no clue either, exactly, you know, what the deal was on it. They had said call back and talk to somebody else who might be able to look up some records, but then I called back and that person never returned my phone call. So I'll try again at some point, but as you can see inside, it's empty. And there's that little door here on the front. It's got a key lock right here. And there's a pane of glass along the side of this. So I would assume that was the glass that was in the door there. And that's the inside of it. Looked like it could have been a small casket at one time in there. Any of my genealogy buffs out there want to figure this one out? If you can, look it up, check, see if you can figure it out for me, and I can do a whole video on it later if there's more information on this little girl. So a lot of these graves here that had like a front, like could be a front cabinet on them that maybe had stuff in it at one time, but they've broken over the years or maybe been broken into. Like this one right here. You can tell it had a front cabinet or something. It looked like it was a door even. There's a hinge. Yeah, it was a door, wooden door. It was probably a cabinet you could put stuff in. And there's the plug that goes back in. But I've been finding a lot of these that have been broken up. As you can see, this one right here. I also had a cabinet in the front of some kind. But getting back to this one, it says Mary Andrade, born in Half Moon Bay, California, January 2nd, 1900, died November 10th, 1918. So a youngin' when Mary Andrade died. And this family is Mazzone. A.P. Mazzone and family. Paul A. December 9th, 1865 to April 19th, 1957. Rest in peace. Beautiful old-time photo. Antonia Maria. June 23rd, 1882, died July 8th, 1951. Rest in peace. And she's got a picture up on here too. There's another Antonia. Italy. 1838 to 1923. And this one over to the right looks like it may be waiting for somebody. Yeah, you could tell these are children over here. This little tiny one right here. So as you can see on the side, look how short it is. Ada Marie Borba died December 3rd, 1919, aged 1 year, 14 days. Oh boy, that's sad. Jim Serasio, born July 29th, 1952, died July 31st, 1952. It says, our darling. God, that's some heartbreak there, man. There's another grave with a picture on it over here. Antonio Cementi, July 15th, 1916, December 17th, 1919. And it's probably because of the shade of the trees here and everything that this one has, either they replaced the picture in recent years or it's just under the shade of the tree, it's been protected all this time. And then on the crucifix, on the cross on top, it says, our darling. And then it has a little angel. As you can see, just down the row here, there's graves, like what looks like a walkway, and you get in here, and then you see a bunch of stones. You kind of got to watch where you step in here. Either this side of the cemetery, it's either just super old and nobody really maintains it, or it's just been trashed, because a lot of the stuff's broken. Here's another small one right here. Obviously one for a child again. And another one with there's nothing inside. No wonder. Crazy. Maybe some of these children were moved to be with other family as well. Joseph Paradiso, December 11th, 1918 to May 23rd, 1919. That's another child. And this one is actually sealed. I saw two children's ones already that were not sealed, and they're empty, which is odd. See, these are all maintained. They got the cabinets still intact. Obviously, there's flowers. Basically, in the cabinets, I guess people could place the flowers in there. There's a lot of little ones, like for kids. Antoinette Paradiso, November 1st, 1862, died January 15th, 1938, native of Italy. And there's a picture of Antoinette. Yeah, it looks like people have brought flowers. I guess the glass is broken in this thing, but flowers. There's a pine cone flowers, and looks like a decorative Halloween scarecrow in there. This is some incredible stuff I'm finding up in here. We'll go watch where I step here. I almost stepped in a hole. Gopher hole or something. But beautiful. Like I said, some of these are just trashed. Could be the elements. A lot of these cabinet doors were made of wood, so the elements could have trashed them as well over the years, because some of these graves go back like so far, you know, 1800s, early 1900s. It's insane. Now, I have shown this one before. This is a very interesting grave. Let me see here. Try to make out the name on it. As you can see, this thing's got have gates on it. It's all opened up. Could have been like another display. Some of my subscribers the last time I showed this video had said maybe it could have been urns inside, but I do believe someone's buried. It could have been both, regular burial and urns inside of this thing. Looks like Flora, maybe Rodriguez. Can't tell all the way. As you can see, man, this thing is just trashed. As you can see here, there's a statue in there. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and click that bell icon. And if you dig this video and want to see more just like it, give this video a big old thumbs up. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later.